Hey everybody, it is Roche Ball. I took off work today because yesterday I went to Universal Studios and like an idiot I wore shoes, wedges, like the wedges tennis shoes type thing, and it hurt both of my pinky toes. And underneath the pinky toe I have like a split, a cut or something, and it seems like when you have the littlest thing on your foot, the whole foot hurts. Maybe that's something psychological, I don't know. But I decided to take 10 flights of stairs. So if you go to Universal Studios, they have the stairwell where there's the stairway where there's the escalators, right? And it goes down to the lower lot. Going up from the lower lot, I decided to take the longest escalator stairs. It's like 6 flights of stairs. Then, like an idiot, the last flight of escalators, I took 4 more flights. I'm thinking, okay, you know what? If I'm gonna take these stairs, this gonna be my exercise, let me just get it all in. Not only did I take the stairs wearing the wrong shoes, but I was so winded. I was so out of shape. You can tell when a person's out of shape when they take like a flight of stairs and they're huffing and puffing like it ain't no thing. That's what I was doing yesterday. But I'm thinking, you know what? Be a G about it. Thug it out. I did, and now I regret it. So my back is sore right here because I was doing a lot of this when I was going up the stairs. And that's not, my nephew was just, I'm thinking, how you beat me? He beat me going up those flight of stairs. The 6 flights of stairs and the 4 ones. I took 10 flights of stairs. He beat me, whatever. I don't care. Anyway. So I'm thinking, let me just go ahead and get my exercise in while I'm at Universal Studios. But walking alone at Universal Studios, because there's a lot of walking. Park is not that big, but there's still a lot of walking. Even if you walk into the next ride, all the standing you got to do and all the other stuff, it's like, and even when you're in the queues, like say like we went on I'm talking too fast. We went on the Harry Potter ride, and let me put some smell bits on. We went on the Harry Potter ride, and there was constant walking, so there was no waiting and then moving up. There was constant walking. Everywhere we went, it was constant walking. And that's one thing I like. So even if it was walking slow, the point is you were still moving. And I'm thinking, these shoes are killing me. I don't know why. I was trying to look cute today. What was I thinking? So that was that. I just love the smell of this. Let me take this out. Anyway, long story short. So I forgot what I was saying, but there was a lot of walking yesterday, so that's my exercise, the stairs and all that walking. And so this is what happened. I was supposed to go on a date yesterday and during the daytime, but my sister and my nephew, we decided to go to Universal Studios. I'm not passing it up for nobody that's not my man, okay? So I called him, and I was like, you think we couldn't kind of like push back our date until like maybe 5 or something? He was like, yeah, sure, I can, roll with that or whatever he said. He used some term. Well, let me go turn this down real quick. Let me go close the door real quick. Kiwi, please don't start. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna be doing laundry today later on. I think I might just plain go to the laundromat and just, I'm gonna go to, I gotta go to the laundromat. Anyway, so we were supposed to go out yesterday, so as we were coming home from Universal Studios, it was like 4:20 something, so I texted him, hey, I'm on my way back home. Actually, I texted him at like 4:50 something. I left the phone at home, because, I have 3 phones. One I tape from, which is the one 2, 3, okay? This is where my boss and my coworkers, they use this. My family got this too. They all got this number, whatever. And this is something I just have, just because it's new and it's a Galaxy, and I think I'm all that. But yeah, this is just another thing that I have. But anyway, so I left this phone. He has this number. I left this phone at home. Okay? He has this number too. He ain't got this number. And a beep ain't getting it. Let me tell you what happened. So I'm already dressed. So all I have to do is kind of like wash some makeup off my face and maybe put some chapstick on. That's it. And then I was ready to come and go and see him or whatever. Or he was going to come and see me. Because that's what he was going to do. But anyway, he's like, he sends me a text message. Now, I text him at 4:50 something, but on this phone, it said that he had texted me at 4:20 something. So he texted me 4:20. I text him because I was already out. I text him from this number just because, now he pretty much do got this number, but I blocked it. So whatever. Let me tell you why I blocked it. Because I don't want to be so long-winded. And I'll be sipping on my caramel frap, or caramel blended drink, not frap, but blended drink that I got from Donut Time. So, and I also bought a sandwich, but I don't want to be eating, while I'm telling the story. So, let me give you a little backstory of how I started talking to this guy. Facebook has a dating page site. It's like a dating page on Facebook. In order to be on it, you have to have a Facebook account or whatever it is. But they have a dating page on there. And I've been talking to several guys, including the one I went out on a date with when I had the red lipstick and was smoking a cigarette. Whew. That may be another story time. But before I do that, I'm going to see if there's going to be another date, because he's already asking when he's going to see me again. So, usually when they ask that before the first date is over, I was told that was a good sign. But anyway, back to this beep. Okay, if y'all hear me saying, like, when I'm describing this guy, I'm not going to say his name, but if y'all hear me saying, like, calling him, like, cheeseburger or something like that, I'm trying my best not to curse. Because cheeseburger ain't what I want to call him right now. Let me give you guys the backstory. So, like I said, Facebook has this dating page on the app, a Facebook app, and it's like a dating website. You can talk to whoever, but of course, everybody you're talking to, they all have Facebook accounts. You got to be careful, because you could be talking to somebody and the mutual friend may be somebody that, it could be your cousin, So anytime I see somebody and it says that our mutual friend is one of my siblings, I don't talk to him. That's just thing. That's I don't know. Because I don't go out with, I don't know how that works with the whole your sister or your brother has a best friend. Sometimes you can like them, but I just wouldn't want it to ruin potential relationships with the family member because I'm going out with one of their friends that they may have liked, none of that. So anyway, so where's my Carmex? I was fencing and acting a fool. Anyway, you guys, I think I might go to the Dollar Tree later on. Oh, no, I need to go to the thrift store later on. So, this is the Carmex that I have. Right up my alley, because I love peppermint. Green ones, too. But anyway, I keep getting off track. And so, I was talking to him. But when I started talking to this guy, I'm going to kind of speed it up. We started exchanging numbers. We exchanged numbers sometime at the end of April, beginning of May. And at the time, I was staying in the high desert. Now, I've been talking to this guy on and off. He used to call me all the time. We were still on the phone. The longest we stayed on the phone was about 50 minutes, I believe. I don't remember. But we stayed on the phone. He would talk about work. He would talk about his family. He would say he has a twin brother. He liked what he saw on my page. I liked what I saw on his page. And we were just chopping it up. And then when I moved back here down in the valley, I would text him. His mom passed away, and I would text him, because usually when you talk to somebody and they have a death in the family, you don't hear from them for a long time. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's a hey stranger. This man talked to me during his mom, during his mom's death or whatever. Usually people would just disappear and they wouldn't talk to nobody. However you handle losing somebody, he was constantly texting me, constantly talking, because besides his brother, I felt he needed somebody more to talk to really let his feelings out. And I've never met this man. At the time when I'm talking to him, and he's calling me, and he's venting to me about how hurt he is about losing his mom and all this other stuff, and how all he has is his twin brother, and they're the closest. I think it was him, his twin brother, and his mom. All three of them were the closest, according to what he told me. At least that's what I gather. Because all he talked about was his mom and his. He would say things like, "Oh, after work." I said, "What you gonna do after work?" "Finna go visit my mom. Finna go visit my mom." Anyway, long story short, I moved back down here in the high desert. We meet each other twice. Okay, we meet each other at the park, and then the second time we went out on a date. Now, from August all the way until even before he went out for almost 5 months, truck driving around, going from state to state with his brother. He said he went to 48 states out of 50. I don't care. He kept planning things and breaking them. Before he went out for about 5 months, to go truck driving with his brother. Yes, I went like this because now okay, I'm getting to the blockage. Stay with me. Put a clothespin on your drawers, okay? And it's not nothing juicy or like, oh girl, but it's one of those, this is one of those story times where I had to do what I had to do for me. I got tired of being looking stupid, giving this person a chance. And one thing about me, is another fact about me, I am loyal and understanding to a fault. This man has canceled about, since I've known him, 6 or 7 dates with me since I've been back to the height, since I've been back down here to the valley. I figure, oh, I'm gonna be back in the valley, so I'm closer. He says to me, yeah, we should go bowling. So why don't you like set that up so we can go bowling like we used? Because our first date we were supposed to go bowling, but we met each other at the park. The second date we just went to Dave and Buster's and played the basketball, ate, played Walking Dead where you shoot it, stuff like that. Played arcade games, and that's where the second date is where I started to really fall in like with this person, because I like hearing about how you grew up, what type of relationship you got with your family, where are you going as far as your life and all of that. And when he told me his backstory and the things that he survived, his twin brother survived and his mom survived, it just, at the time before she died, like it was just like, it just kind of made me closer to people to hear about their background stories, So he kept planning things with me. Yeah, we should go on a date. Yeah, I'm going to take you out. Are you free this out? Yeah. But then at the last minute would cancel. So 2 weeks ago, he comes back. No. On February 16th, he comes back in town. And he immediately starts working. 14-hour shifts, working, something. Okay, when we going to see each other? Because he was all, can't wait to get back to Cali because I have to see you. I need to see you. Okay, cool. Now, by this time, we've already met twice. So I ain't tripping about... I'm getting nervous because I only talk to you online, and are you really who you say you are? Is it catfish, whatever? But I've already met him twice. Been talking to him on and off since I've met him. Since I've had his number, okay? And I had his number on this phone that I'm taping from. Then I went on ahead and I gave him this number. Anyway, but he only have this number. Well, he's blocked, but he only have this number because I had to just contact him from this number real quick because I didn't bring that one with me yesterday at Universal Studios. I don't want to carry 2 phones. I'm asking to get robbed. I'm not doing that, no. I don't have them out like, flashy. I'm not a flashy, materialistic person, but whatever. So he kept planning things, breaking them at the last minute, planning things. And I'm like, and you probably thinking, girl, you stupid. After the first time, I would have been out. Unfortunately, I'm not that strong to do that. And it does say a lot about me because I've let it happen this many times. That's how understandingly stupid I guess I am. Because, okay, first time, you got things to do. You canceled dates because your brother went through this. It's been excuses from the beginning. And I met him at the park, and we went out on that date because of me. I said, I had to ask, I told him, are we still meeting each other? Are we still going out? Because had I not remind him, this graham cracker wouldn't have took me out. I told him, if you're going to cancel on me, if anything comes up on your end, please let me know well in advance. That's what I told him. And I noticed that on the text message, he didn't respond to that. But then it's just like, is there anything you have a taste for? I'm thinking, why are we talking about what I have a taste for as far as dinner on our date when the date is not until next week? That's just me. Let's just talk about it because I don't want to plan nothing now, get all excited about it, and then when it comes up, it's canceled. Yesterday we were supposed to go out. I'm going to fast forward this. Yesterday we were supposed to go out, okay? Now, mind you, he has planned things and canceled them 5 or 6 times before. Now, all of a sudden, I care about myself because yesterday was a straw that broke the camel's back. And at this point, it ain't me being understanding. It's me being stupid, okay? Okay, you can, dub something over that, because I whatever. I hate to admit that, but this is me being stupid now. Dang, lint from my blanket gets everywhere. Anyway, He texted me at 4:20 something. Now I didn't know that until I got home, because when I texted him it was 4:50 something. So we're heading home and I'm thinking, oh, I'm almost home, so that way I'm already pretty much dressed. Like I said, wipe the makeup off, and after that I'll be waiting for him to come and get me. I read the text message. We getting a little after 5 because we had to go pick up my nephew from school. I read the text messages. Okay. Well, I already blocked him, so it's not in here. What am I doing? And it said, hey, babe, we're not going to be able to go out on a date. My brother needed a car, so I let him use my car so he can go to work. Bum, 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 bum. Let me tell you. My nephew was in the hallway, and my other nephew was in the living room. And my sister, I think, was in there. And I was venting to my sister about how pissed off I was. I came here and I slammed the door. I had to get out the room after a little bit and apologize. I said, I'm sorry you guys heard me slam the door, because I don't ever want to be super angry in front of my nephews, because I don't want them being scared of me, because I know how I can get. So I just came in here because I don't want nobody to feel how I feel. And I'm kind of tearing up right now because there's tears of sorrow, tears of happiness, joy, and all that. I got tears of rage. I don't know if that make any sense, because it's taking everything within me right now not to punch a freaking hole through this window, because I can see his face right now. And as far as, oh girl, what sign was he? That doesn't matter. Nowadays, people only go with people. Like if I tell people I'm a Gemini, which I am, they go, oh man. I've heard, oh no. Then I've heard, whoa, party sign. I don't think we're party signs, but I'm not really into astrology like that. So I'm not really a zodiacal-y person. So I have to keep my hands like this, because I'm going to punch a hole in the window. And guess who has to pay for it? In my mind, the guy who stood me up 6 or 7 times, it's going to be on his tab. But then he don't live here, damn it. So I guess I have to pay for it. So let me just keep my hands to myself. Let me hold this. No, this ain't hot. If I set that in the window, it would melt and it would turn to, a hot temperature, and then it'll make me mad all over again, because I wanted a caramel blended drink, and now that it's pretty much coffee. So I'm going to punch a hole in the window, and when I get that hole in the window, I'm going to knock out the little screen part. Then I'm just going to throw this outside. Hopefully it splash on somebody. Anyway, then I'll be mad because you didn't appreciate this good caramel frappuccino drink being thrown on you. You could have went, but you didn't do it after I threw it at you. So now I'm going to be pissed off even more at you. And the root of that anger is going to be because of the guy who stood me up. I don't want to make nobody else feel how I'm feeling. So yesterday after it happened, I stayed in this room. My sister kind of gave me a water bottle. She's so cold. It was a pole gesture. It's kind of like, you need somebody to talk to, but then you don't want to say that, so you just be like, here's a water bottle. You know what I mean? So I totally read through it, and I was just like, wow. I appreciate them. And I was like, oh, this guy. And let me tell you guys, his name, let me show y'all something. I met him last year. I met him last year. I started talking to him last year when I was in the high desert. We've been keeping in contact. And when I finally moved back to the valley, that's when we were able to really see each other, because I wasn't in Victorville anymore. I was now in the valley area. So it was like been easier for him to come and see me, because he lives in Torrance. And Torrance, I think, is close to Long Beach, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. I'm not a map person like that. I gotta show y'all something real quick. Just real quick. Hold on. I drew something. Oh, I hope this is the one. Please tell me this is the one. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I gotta show y'all something. Oh, this is one of my, I gotta show y'all this. This is one of my drawings right here. And it pretty much says, even sometimes with the mask, you still can't hide emotions. So that's why I made him sad through the mask. Because people can tell when you're going through something, even if you're masked. Duh. I ain't saying nothing deep, but call me Murphy, because I'm just that deep. But yes, so I drew this because, yeah, it's not a sad clown. It's supposed to be a happy clown, because the sad clown is, Ooh, So, yeah, I had different kind of drawings. But let me show you guys something. Ooh, I hope it's in here. I'm going to be pissed off if it's not. It's probably in my other sketchbook. Oh, my gosh. Where is that sketchbook? Okay, let me be telling you guys while I'm trying to find it. I had drew my son in the future. I don't have any children. For some of my new Roshanadicans that just subscribed, that's another fact about me. Even for those who have been subscribed who don't know, I do not have children. Okay, I gotta cover up the name. This is what the guy looked like that I drew. That stood me up so many times. I'm covering up his name. Okay? But that's what he looks like. That's close to what he looks like. Some, like by the jaw area, though, he's just a little longer by the jaw area. But let me just see. Oh, I hope it's in here. If it's not, I'm going to be so mad. I have to push pause, and I definitely have to find it. Or I have to make a part 2 of this video. I think it looks like I'm going to have to make a part 2. Shoot, where is it? It has to be in here somewhere. Wait, let me thoroughly look for it because it has to be in here. I'm going to be so mad if it's not. Anyway, so I met him in 2021. Started talking to him in 2021. Last year. Okay, this is it right here. In 2020, during the pandemic, when everybody was locked up, I did several drawings to keep myself busy. Because at the time, I was only working 2 days a week. We would still get paid for 40 hours a week, but they had to lessen how many people was on campus due to the coronavirus. Okay, don't mean to make this a long video, but this is what I drew right here. I'm going to cover up the name again of my son. I drew a picture of my future son, and I named him the same name of the guy that stood me up. Now, there's no kind of coincidence. Oh, girl, but I just can't believe. I still want to name my son this, but let me just cover up the name and show you guys the drawing. I drew this in 2020, April 2nd, 2020, to be exact. It was still the pandemic. It just got started. Quarantining was just happening and shut down and all that. So I did a lot of drawing to keep myself busy and to keep my mind off of, oh no, I don't want to die and catch corona and die again or whatever. But anyway, so I drew this. Now I was a very chubby baby. Fat chubby baby. Scary fat chubby baby. This is, let me put on this light so y'all can see better. I drew my son, how I envisioned him to look in the future. And I named him one of my favorite names in the book of the Bible. Okay? How am I going to do this? Okay. I have to cover up his name. I mean, it's no big whoop about covering up the name. I just choose to do it because I don't want you guys to guess the name of the guy. Because, and this is my future son, I drew. Okay? My sister said from the profile, it looks like me. Okay? I drew that in 2020. That was the year. I met this guy in 2021 who just happens to have the same name as my son. Even if he never becomes my son in real life, he's my son on paper. Whatever. Let me turn this light off. What the heck? What's the doggone? Okay. So, when I met him and I found out what his name was, I immediately thought about this picture. And I'm like, because if me and this guy were to start something and have a boy, I would want to name him that name. Not because, oh, your name is this, so our son has to be named. No, I always wanted to name my son. My oldest son is going to be named this name, which happens to be the reason I had to cover it up. Not because of a big coincidence. I just don't want to name names on here. So if I'm not going to name names, I'm not going to show it. So that's why I had to cover it up. But this is what I still want to happen, but not because, I just got excited because the names were the same. And I'm thinking that's what I manifested on paper. So if it happened, I manifested it because I drew it. This is when you draw what you want, like you draw your life and you very detailed about it, that's still the same thing as writing the vision down. You know what I mean? So I'm drawing it. So today, I think I might go to Best Buy and pick up a stylus for my iPad mini. Well, I hope I didn't show the name. But yeah, this is one of my sketchbooks. So if I do the sketchbook again, I have to make sure I blot out the name. If I do a sketchbooks tour. So yeah, that's not going to stop me. What this man did, regardless if they have the same name, my future son had that same name as him, it's not going to stop me from naming my son that. Because those are going to be two different people. You that's no longer in my life because you're not sure about what you want because you don't know who you are. Anytime you're very indecisive about stuff. And I've been in, and you could be indecisive about something and not make up your mind. It doesn't really mean you don't know who you are. But in this case, this man likes to move around a lot. You're trying to find your way. You make time for what you want to make time for her, and for who you want to make the time for. That was what he did. Me, I had to finally, because I had pep talks to me. I'd be like, bitch, how, and I said this. I said, bitch, how many times do you want to cry? How many times do you want to go through this? Now it's you, because you know how he is. You know that he makes plans and breaks them, especially when these plans involving you and all it's doing is hurting you. But now you're hurting you because you're going through this. You're putting your own self through this. Once somebody show who they are, what my Angela say? Believe them. Is that how the saying goes? Or the old saying that people seem to feel like it'll have no value. And it has value. That value has value to this saying. Fool me once, shame on him. Fool me twice, shame on me. Meaning you knew how he was the first time. You didn't know because you're just now seeing it, so shame on him. If you choose to stay, it's going to be on you. Fool me 3 times, I don't know what they say about that, but you just ain't learning nothing at that point. And that's where I was until yesterday, even though it's too late, because you don't want to wait and stay there until let somebody treat you like crap after crap after crap after crap, and you're still dealing with it. Because my thing was, I don't want to be alone. He's better than nobody. Wow. Now it's really on me because that's how I see myself. To keep going through something over and over again and you afraid you ain't going to get nobody else. I had to admit to my sister, and I had to say, and the guy that I went out on a date with the other night when I had the red lipstick and was talking about, spraying the little Nicki Minaj, perfume on, he said it could be a blessing in disguise. Because this guy stood you up that much. And he said, why would somebody stand you up? And it immediately made me feel good. Like, I love myself. I'm not a mud duck. I dress nice when I feel like it. Even when I'm walking around the house, if I have nowhere to go, I'm going to get up, take a shower, brush my teeth, wash my face, do something with my hair, throw on a little makeup. If not, throw on some chapstick, and wear my best house dress. I don't look like I don't know what just because I'm staying home. I love myself. I may not cook as much as I should. I need to get back in the kitchen because I might get a southern man from, named from Kentucky, named Bubba or whatever like that, and he gonna want me to cook some ham hocks and oxtails and stuff. But I keep the house clean. I am now saving money. I had to start over twice, but I am now saving my money. I may not know how to drive yet because, driving is a fear. But I'm going to get over it. I may not be the most skinniest girl with that, stomach on flat, A on what's that. I may not, but I like myself and I like what I'm doing. And the things that I don't like, I immediately eliminate. Like I'm working on my stomach. That's why I made the choice to take the stairs at Universal Studios. And we're going to be doing all this walking. I might as well, make more of it. Let me catch the stairs. While y'all catch the elevator, I'm going to get the stairs. That's the same thing I had to do at work. If I'm carrying something that don't involve me pushing something or pulling something on the elevator, if I'm just carrying something, I'm going to take the stairs. There are times I've pushed the elevator button, but I'm going to take the stairs. So what I'm saying is, I know I'm not an ugly person. There are some things I have to change, like how I react to things and my responses and whatever, and maybe facial expressions and stuff, because I don't want nobody trying to size me up because they think a lot of times when I do that, other stuff be on my mind. But like today, I'm gonna do a little frivolous, just a little, maybe a $30 budget, little shopping at different places around here, because I need to keep myself occupied. I might even get some things to draw. I may even go to Michael's today, so I can pick up some, like another board and whatever. But I say that because I have to get to the point where I have to love me. History about myself. I used to put my goals, my dreams, my morals and values and dignity and self-respect on a back burner just to be with somebody because I got tired of being alone. Now, that's super dangerous when you forget who you are because you want a relationship so bad. And then they can move on with the next girl or their life or their careers while you sit here trying to struggle. Okay, what am I going to do for a job? I was there not too long ago. And if it's 10 years ago, that still ain't too long ago. I was like 26, 27. Being in relationships, when I wanted certain things, the guy didn't desire it because I stayed so because I don't want to be alone. I know we didn't want the same things. This is what you're into. I'm not into that. But because I don't want to be alone, I'll deal with it. So, it's a little late. But after the 6th or 7th time I got stood up, something told me, you are an idiot if you don't cut this thing off, cut ties, cut future soul ties, cut that thing at the neck. Because if the head don't work, the body won't. And if I keep that thing alive, all it's going to do is eat me up. Meaning, I'm really not going to care about myself then. Self-inflicted stuff from this coney dog